What is up, HD Reefers? Mr. Reef HD here with an update video on the saltwater tank for beginners. I haven't posted in a while. I had a new kid in February 24th to be exact. Get you off the tripod real quick. Boom, he's over there. He's actually being quiet for once, and his mom's gone, so I'm making a video. A lot has happened with the tank. Probably one of the first things that you noticed, we got a yellow chorus wrasse in here. You guys remember this tank had millions of these little snails, and there used to always be snail eggs all over the glass. Well, he eradicated that. All them little eggs are gone. There are still little stragglers. I think he's sparing them. He also eats them too. My plan was never to put a third fish in here because this is only a 10-gallon tank. I was only going to have these two, and they were going to live their lives out in here. But we had that problem. After he serves his purpose in here, it's probably going to be a pain to catch him. But I'll try a trap first, and then if that doesn't work, obviously it's easy to take all the rocks and corals out. So, yeah, I haven't touched this tank since February, probably a week before February 24th. So that'd be what, like the 17th? So like February 17th. Today is March 29th. Yesterday was my wedding anniversary. So yeah, I do have a time-lapse video of me cleaning it. I'm telling you, you almost could not see any movement in this tank at all. It was so bad. I did a 5-gallon water change on it. Normally I don't go that big, but it had been so long. I mean, everything's still doing amazing. Everything's still growing. I did add this guy, Coral Wise. I got him when I bought him. So, yeah, those are the two newest additions. Bam. Bam. I will be fragging corals today. I did put the giveaway torch on his own little thing instead of being back in there because he's starting to look how long his tentacles are. He is one happy guy. There's the original. You can see he's splitting into two already, and actually this guy is too. If I can get a good angle. Oh look, he's got little snails on him. Hopefully in a few more weeks this wrasse will have all of them out of here because I really do not care for them. So yeah, the giveaway torch is also splitting too. All of the corals in here are doing amazing. The hologram has split completely, and they're splitting again. So I think they're splitting into thirds. So, yep, there you go. You can see the split right there. I'll do the time-lapse video, and then I'll be back. Yeah, so you could see why I waited till today to do the update video. Everything was all closed up. This guy was closed. By the way, look at how much growth. Do you remember how small this thing was? Actually, right to where that algae stops right there, that's probably as tall as it was when I first put it in here. Everything is growing amazing in here. We got new babies on there. New babies on all of these. I think this guy's actually on the rock now. Maybe not. But look, he's got babies under there. And this one had no babies. Oh, where are we at? There we are. That one had no babies when we started. There's another baby right there. The rock is amazing. The only algae growth that I got on any of the rocks is... Let me come to the side here. I know I need to store all this stuff under the tank. Is like right over there on the bottom. This was its own frag. Like, this thing was dying. I didn't even know that coral was there. I don't even know what kind of coral it is. It looks to me like it might be a fabia. And then there's a little jawbreaker mushroom on top. But I do need to clean that rock. There's the jawbreakers I added a while back. I do need to clean that back glass. But look at this burning banana, Jason Fox burning banana stylo. Look how freaking happy that you can't even see the yellow base of it. All you see is the tentacles. So he is loving that spot, which tells me this tank is ready for some SPS. Oh, I guess there is a little piece of algae right next to him. Little hair algae, but the snails will take care of that. I'm not going to go in there and take something that small out. That don't really bother me. But the only real algae in here is right there. And then Gary's got a little bubble algae on him again, and it always builds up in the same spot. So when I take that off this time, I'm going to give him a little... Oh, he's out right now, too. Look at his little eyes. That's like his hairdo. I don't know if he puts that there or if it just grows there, because that's the only spot on him that it grows. Like literally right above his eyeballs. I just noticed that. I thought his face was on the other side, but nope, it's right there. So, yeah, scrape that off of him. As far as anything else, I don't have any aptasias in here. I see that I am starting to get a little bit of crap. Why is it skipping my brain? There's another one right there. There's another one. So I will put a bumblebee in here because they will eat those. Those are actually snails. Vermidid. There we go. Just came to my mind. Vermidid snails. There's one right there. One right there. Where was the other one? Oh yeah, there's one right there. There's a big one actually on this piece right here. That's a huge one. There's one coming in right there. So that's gonna end up being a big problem if I don't take care of that. So you know what? Oh yeah, these guys are a freaking problem too. I live in the middle of the country. These Japanese beetles, and look, they're everywhere. Annoying. So let me go get a beetle, or not a beetle. See, these dang things are getting to my head. Let me go get a bumblebee snail, and we'll add him in here. I'll put it on camera. I have a bunch in my other tank. Hopefully I can find one right now. If I can't, that'll just be in a different video. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I did find one. Here he is. This is out of my other system. These are called bumblebee snails. Let me, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm sure a lot of you do. They're called bumblebee snails because they have dog hair on them. Just kidding. This one does have a dog hair on it, but that's just from my hand. Let me get that out of there. That's what a bumblebee snail looks like. And these things eat... How the heck did I get all this hair on my hand? These things eat vermidid snails. So... that being said, I will set him kind of close to one. This tank is so small and the problem is new and coming. So, where is he? There he is. I'll only put one in there for now. You can see he's coming out. He's like, where the heck am I? He'll start moving around. And then he will eat those vermidid snails and take care of that problem before it gets way too out of hand, because it definitely will get way too out of hand. Oh yeah, look, see the snails tried to lay. I'm not gonna be able to focus on that. But you can see all that mucusy looking stuff. Those are eggs. There's actually some on there too. The snails are getting a little smarter, I guess, because I'm just noticing right now, and I just put this tiki guy in last night. They've already got snails laid on him. And look, they're already on him too, because they're on that. So I guess they're noticing when they lay on the glass. And see, there is still a small problem of them. The camera won't focus on them because they're too small, but you can see that they're there. But he is just, I see him every day. He is picking at them. He actually will, if Gary's out and he's out in the open, I've seen him go and pick at his head. So Gary doesn't roam so freely now, which I don't really like, but he's just gonna have to deal with it for a few more weeks because I want all of these snails out of here. But anyway, guys, you're doing great on the subscribes. If you don't know about this torch, I'm giving it away to anybody, but you have to go on my post where I tell you all the rules and what you need to do to get it, and it's very freaking simple, so go check it out. Dang it. Look at all that bubble algae. Okay, I need to get that out of there too. So apparently my only real problem in this tank right now is bubble algae, which I'm just now noticing because the tank's finally clean. You saw in the video how bad it was. But anyway, if you want this gold torch, yeah, go to my other video. I'll see if I can link it in the description. So that way you can just go to the description and click on it and see how you enter to win it. Like I said, it's super, super simple. I'm not going to tell you because I'd rather you go over there and watch another video of mine because that helps me out a lot. And yeah, I'm giving this away. When it started, it was one head. I mean, it's still one head, but I showed you guys. He is actually pinching into two right now. That guy's pinching into two. They have grown so much since I set this tank up in October. I set this tank up the day before Halloween, October 30th. For the ones that haven't been watching this far, or this long anyway, if you're the first time viewer, these rocks were out of my sump in my basement, which had been cycled for over 7 years. And they didn't really have light on them, so I assumed that they would be very good candidates. And there was one video where it wasn't crazy a lot of algae, but enough for me to not like it. So I did take all these out, scrubbed them with a brush, put them back in, and ever since, like, they don't really grow anything apparently except bubble algae. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little update for you guys, show you guys what was new. Oh yeah, the split on the Nexus Nem, that one stayed on the rock, so I might keep him in there. This guy's on the glass, and he is, well, I guess not anymore, not since I re-glued the torch yesterday, but they were touching each other and the torch was stinging it. Torches basically win over every coral in the tank except for like Galaxias and stuff like that that have a super, super powerful sting. Torches have a powerful sting, but there are other things that are way worse. They actually were close to this stylo a while ago, and you can see on the top that's all growing back now because they were the anemones were stinging it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna remove him in the next video, and then we are going to probably move these two in the middle closer towards me, towards the front of the tank, and then we're gonna do a few SPS in here. I'm not sure where I'm gonna do it yet. I might move him down there and do them right where he's at because that'd be the perfect spot for them because it's the most light. But anyway, stay tuned to oh yeah, this guy's growing too. You guys remember he was only like 3 eyes, maybe. I think he was 3 or 4 eyes. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eyes now. He hasn't really grown much, you know, like wide, but he is getting a lot more eyes, which means he's about to start spreading, you know, outward. He hasn't really spread outward yet. A little bit he has, I can see. But he was actually in a little bit of distress when I put him in here. Actually, you can see under here. his skeleton was showing. So he's this, all the edge right here, that's all new growth. Yeah, when I put him in here, he was distressed from something. I don't know what it was, but either way, he's coming back. Gary's out feeding now until this guy gets a whiff, and then he's probably gonna go and smack his little, whatever that is, trunk nose. But yeah, just want to get you guys the update. I want you guys to, I want somebody to take this thing home. And I think we're at 660 subscribers, and I said at 750, I would give this away, send it to you straight to your door. The rule was, or not the rule, but the idea was you either would take this, and if you're a viewer that just doesn't have this tank or doesn't have a tank, but you just like the content, then I would send you what this torch is worth, and with the shipping cost, which is $100. So I'll wire you $100 if you win and you don't want the torch, or say you do have a saltwater tank and you already have that torch or whatever. I'm just trying to get the subscribers, so I'm trying to keep you guys engaged. So if you don't want it, you don't have to take it. But if you do want it, free, absolutely no charge to you. This thing will show up at your door for free if you win. And if you don't want it and you already have the torch, or you just don't want a torch, or you know what I mean, you're not ready yet for a torch, you can opt to just take $100. I'll send you $100. Everybody in this hobby knows $100, man. If you can't give away $100, you should not be in this hobby. They always say, people, I see them all the time on the forum saying, how do I know if I'm ready? And you'll see 100 people in there say, go take $100, put it in your toilet and flush it. And if it hurt you bad enough, do not get in this hobby. And I do kind of feel that. Yes, it's $100, you know? So if you're watching this and you made it this far, please subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me which coral you like the most. The growth in here, like if you've been watching since the beginning, or if you want to go back and watch all the videos, you need to see the growth in here. That's a baby off of that. This was 2 heads originally when I put it in, but they were super close, and then they got further away from each other, and then I accidentally broke them. That's why I'm giving that away. But now they're splitting. You guys remember that hammer? The heads were still together when I put them in here. Now they're completely split. All of these have babies. All of those have new eyes. This guy's new, so. But this guy, like I said, was about that tall. Boom, he's huge. He's huge. These guys split, I think, 3 times already since they've been in here, and I've already taken 6 of them out. I'm going to be adding more corals, like I said, some SPS, maybe a Blasto, Fabias, and we got a bunch of room in here to play with. I got a bunch of room down here, bunch of room here. I'm going to clear up some room there for SPS. Yeah, I'm going to put him down there. Yeah, this is going to be, we're going to kick this into high gear soon, now that I'm settled in with the kid and the wife, and it takes a month or 2 to adjust, so that's why I haven't posted anything. I'll show you guys him real quick. He is sleeping. He is brand new. He was born on the 24th. But anyway, guys, yes, get into the giveaway. Like I said, even if you don't want that, you can get money. I just want the channel to get monetized, and the more interactions I get on this channel, I told you guys before, it just keeps me motivated and keeps me wanting to do cooler things, and it will get there. I know it'll take some time, but this is just a little encouragement, and you can get a freaking, I'm telling you, the whites are on right now. If you want to see this thing under blues with a filter, go to one of my videos before. That thing is just, it's like the brightest thing in this whole tank. But yeah, that guy's moving along searching already. But anyway, yes, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's get this stuff going. I'm ready. I know you guys are ready to probably see some different things. I have tons of tanks I could set up and do things with. This is just my little 10-gallon tank that I originally set up to show people how you can get into the hobby. and how easy it can be, because everybody thinks that it's so hard. It's not. Day one, literally day one, I set it up and I put my anemones in there. Granted, I did use all super healthy live rock and live sand. The stuff you get in a bag just ain't the same. I mean, it's still live, or it could not be. You know, you would just need a microscope to tell. But that stuff in a bag, it works to a degree. Live rock from a store, again, you don't know how live it really is or how cured it really is. Most of the time, it's not. I'm not bagging on any stores or local fish stores or anything. But chances are, if you buy from a local fish store, you don't have rock that's been cured for 7 years. So yes, I did have a little bit of a advantage there. But no, you could do it with all of that. I'm not saying, oh, I made this whole video and you can't replicate it. You can. You just might have a little more problems, and you just have to keep up with your tank a little more than I had to. But yeah, tank looks beautiful. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, happy reefing.